At 23, he ran for state legislature and was defeated. A year later, his business failed. At 37, he was elected to Congress. 2 years later, he was defeated in his re-election bid. On 3 different occasions throughout his 40s, he would run for a political office only to be defeated. Finally, at the age of 51, after a lifetime of failures, Abraham Lincoln was elected the 16th President of the United States. His commitment to his country would save the Union, yet he would not live long enough to see its unity restored. Abraham Lincoln was a man familiar with failure, as a businessman and as a politician, yet he did not allow that failure to define him. Lincoln is ranked among the greatest, if not the greatest, president in our country's history. It was his perseverance through the storms of life that allowed him to leave a legacy that still shapes our nation today. Throughout the Bible, we read of men and women who faced what many would consider failures, yet had the perseverance to live by faith. The patriarch Abraham lied twice about his wife Sarah because he feared God would not protect them. Yet God enabled him by faith to leave his home and journey to an unknown land. Sarah laughed at God's message that she would carry a child, yet God enabled her by faith to conceive and deliver a son in her old age. Jacob used deception against his father and his father-in-law for his own profit, yet God enabled him by faith to raise the sons who would become the 12 tribes of Israel. Moses allowed his anger to lead to murder, yet God enabled him by faith to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. As a nation, Israel doubted that God would safely lead them through the desert to the Promised Land, yet God enabled them by faith to conquer Jericho and the land of Canaan. All these and more are honored for their faith despite their failures. Hebrews 11 describes these men and women as heroes of the faith, people who gave their lives in obedience to God. The Bible says they were commended for their faith, yet none of them received what had been promised. God had planned something better for us, so that only together with us would they be made perfect. Like Abraham Lincoln, these Old Testament heroes died without seeing the full extent to which their lives impacted history. What failures have you experienced in your own life? In what ways is God asking you to persevere and step out in faith, no matter what may come? Are you willing to follow His leading, even if you do not see the final outcome of your obedience? What kind of legacy will you leave behind?